Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about Angular Material Color Theme. Angular Material 3 has made creating color theme a lot easier. If you follow the official documentation, you'll see you use your Angular CLI to create color themes. This file. It's just a one-line command, ng-generate at Angular Material colon theme color. So once you type this command, it will ask you to provide some colors. For me, I just type in pound key and 6 letters or number to select all the colors like primary, tertiary, etc., etc. And this process is fairly straightforward. I will just show you the color I already created because there's nothing mysterious about this part. So once you supply the colors, it's going to create this file at your designated directory. So I use the default directory, the app styles. You can see you have a primary color, secondary color, tertiary color, neutral color, and neutral variant, and this error. A bunch of colors. You can just use default. I would strongly recommend you provide primary and tertiary because these two colors corresponds to Angular 2's primary and accent. So this is for the primary color. This is for like buttons and stuff to float up, and the secondary is like a secondary accent. Yeah, secondary and tertiary is like a accent colors. Once you create this file, you can consume it in your style sheets. I can give you one example. In my global style sheet, I did import this guy. I just created app styles underscore theme color, and you give it a name. Once you give it a name, you can consume whatever color palettes this guy exported. So by default, this dude just export 2 color palettes, primary and tertiary. I think this is great because you do not want to deal with too many color palettes. If you have a lot of colors in your application, unless you're a designer, you know what it's doing, most likely it will make your application very gaudy, flashy, this look horrible. So just 2 color palettes will be sufficient. So define your theme with these lines of code. You can also, this is the standard, read the documentation. You include this color theme in your whole application with primary and kind of tertiary colors, typography, density, whatever. So this thing applies to your whole application, and this thing is the theme you defined. Why do you have to define a color theme? I call this guy theme. This is that I can extract colors from this color theme. You can see here I have a loop for number 0 to 100. We can look at this. There's a little bit change. Before that, I believe it's like a 150, 100, all the way to 900. Now the scale has changed, 0 to 100. So you can extract as many colors as you want. Here I used an each loop to extract all these colors, 11 colors, and I called the class primary hyphen 0, primary hyphen 10, 20. And so forth. So you can also extract individual colors. Here I use the function getThemeColor to grab the primary color 10 out of the color theme I defined here. So you can define color themes, you can extract colors with functions or with a loop to extract all the colors, and then you can just consume them. Theme colors are very convenient. You can create as many of these theme colors as you want. If your app is very big, you have different modules. Each module you want to apply a different color theme. Red and blue for module 1, orange and green for module 2. It's totally doable. You can create as many palettes as you want, and you can consume them in any style sheets as you want. The next thing I want to talk about is tokens. And when you modify something in your Angular Material 2, for example, if it's a top bar, I'll give one example here. App component, we have a mat toolbar. You can have a color equals accent, color equals primary, whatever you want to modify. In Angular Material 3, in order to modify the color of this mat toolbar, I can give you one example. Here you can see the toolbar. In order to modify the color, the text color, whatever of these attributes, you have to use tokens. Now I visited the official documentation of material components. This is the toolbar, mat toolbar. There is a tab called styling here. You can see all the tokens you can manipulate. You can search them. This is the kind of Angular material table. You can search by keywords like color. What tokens about colors? We have container background color, container text color. Two colors related to mat toolbar. Now here, in this root, when you have the root, you mean this style applies to your whole application. For root, at the root level, for my whole application, I have mat toolbar overrides. So this is also from the web page I just showed you. Yeah, the mat toolbar overrides, container background color, I just used the primary 10, which is the color I just extracted from my palette. And text color, I used yellow. That's why you have seen the color I just showed you. Yeah. You can see here the background is yellow. The background is the primary color 10 and the text color is yellow. Because I defined at the root level for my whole application, if there's no other styles overriding my container background color and text color, I will use primary 10 as background and yellow as the font. The primary 10 is extracted by this function, getThemeColor, which is here. Primary 10 is a very kind of a deep color, this color, which I use as my top bar. It's the background, yellow, yeah. So that's how you define the styles. You use these tokens. All the artifacts in Material Library have their tokens. So you can just go to the web page, find the artifact, whatever component you're working with, and then you can just grab whatever token you need to use. Go back to this one. For example, the card. The card, you click on styling. You can see here, it's called mat card override. And there are crap loads of properties you can manipulate. They're called tokens. For application, I don't suggest you manipulate them too much. The more you manipulate, the worse. Yeah. Now I'll give you another example. If I comment the global style out, if I comment this out, at root level, I do not override the default. Let's see how it changes. You can see now the color looks horrible, like no color at all. So this top bar has no colors. And you can also, just like any style sheets, you can override colors. If you look at this guy, in my home component, actually I have a top bar component. If you look here, I have a toolbar defined here, and then have a app toolbar. So in my toolbar component, I defined two mat toolbars. The first one has no style. So what kind of style will be applied to this mat toolbar? You would think, oh, the style sheet, global style sheet, you're going to apply these guys. But it is not the case. You can see the second toolbar is not the same style as the first one. Why is the case? Because the global style has been overwritten. Here, in my style sheet for this component, top bar component, I have all host. The host styles is for this component, for this web page only. It will override the global style called root. So the host style is primary color and primary color for surface color. The default is primary color and surface color, which is this color and white. That's why the second toolbar, mat toolbar, look different from the first, because the first used the global style for the whole application. The second one has overriding styles for the component. And the third toolbar is yet another style, because even though the third toolbar is in the same component, called a top bar component, but I did define a bright class, which again override everybody else. The third toolbar has this class equals bright. So even though there is the root level global style, there is a component level host style, but if you define a class, the class will override both the host style and obviously the root style. So you can define as many classes as you want to override the default styles. So in Material 3, we can still, of course, use stuff to modify your styles, but the Material 3 way of configuring your styles is using these style sheets and then use these tokens depending on your artifacts. There's a huge advantage because if you want to change the style, you want to change at the global level. I wanted all the toolbar change from the dark red to dark blue. You can just modify this color and your whole application will change. So this makes your life very convenient. Okay, so this is what I've learned about this Angular material color scheme. Just remember these tokens, this get theme color, and that CLI command, and generate Angular material theme color. Yeah, color theme. Yeah, that's the command. These guys, theme color. Yeah, these things makes your life a lot easier compared to Angular Material 2. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.